Hello and welcome to day 11 of 24 recipes till Christmas. Today we're making octopus rice, but with a special touch because it's for Christmas after all. If you watched my previous video of Polvo a la Gallega, where I made Galician octopus, and that octopus defrosted the octopus and then it was cooked. This octopus we're cooking from frozen, the way we do it in Portugal, but we're gonna make it in the oven. So let's get into it. Bora cozinhar. So I'm preheating my oven at 350 degrees. And I have my octopus here, and this octopus is 2.5 kilos, so it's a big octopus. It is still frozen, as you can tell. And if you want to know how to buy octopus, I suggest you watch my Polvo a la Gallega video. I go through an explanation and show you the different octopus that you can buy, but let's get into this recipe now. So for the octopus, we're cooking the octopus in the oven, and for that we're going to use some olive oil. So we want to put some olive oil down, just coat the bottom. And now I have one large onion that I've cut into slices, and I'm just going to put that at the bottom. And to that, I'm going to add my frozen octopus and just put it on top like this. And now I'm going to add, I have about, 7 cloves of garlic, whole cloves of garlic. And I'm gonna add some cilantro that I've previously washed, and some thyme, and just drizzle it a little bit more with olive oil. So we're not adding any water or any salt to the octopus. The octopus is going to release a lot of water, which is what we're going to use to the broth that we're going to create from cooking the octopus like this in the oven, is what we're going to use to make our rice in. So I have some foil here, and we're going to cover our octopus with the foil. And now into the oven it goes for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. It depends the size of your octopus. I'm going to say this one's going to take 2 hours. So I'll see you back here in 2 hours. Okay, our octopus is out of the oven. It's been 2 hours, and we're gonna check on him or her. Let's check on it. I know we're all eager to see. Ooh, look at that broth that we have in here, and that's what we're gonna use to make our rice. And now to see if our octopus is cooked, we just want to poke it right here and see how easy our fork goes in. Just very easy. Look at how beautiful. I'm going to cut the tentacles and reserve them. It should just be really easy to cut into it. Yeah, see how easy? It's like butter. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh no, it's peeling the skin. So I'm cutting all the tentacles because I'm going to serve them on the side. And then these pieces I'm going to cut up and put in the rice. So the broth that we have in here, I'm going to strain it into this saucepan. So you want to make sure you grab everything in the pan. And now you want to just press and get all these delicious flavors out. Mush up all the garlic. Just want to make sure you get all these flavors out. Right, so now let's go over our ingredients to make the rice. So for this dish, we're going to use Portuguese Carolino rice, Arroz Carolino, and it's the same as Aborio rice because we're going to make this rice the same way we make a risotto. So we want a creamy rice. We're also going to use the stock from cooking our octopus. We're going to use that. I'm probably going to have to add in a bit more water because it didn't give me enough stock to make the rice. We're going to use some red wine to give it that deep color and the flavor. You can also use white wine. We're going to need an onion chopped up fine and a red pepper, some garlic, and tomato paste. We're also using shrimp that raw shrimp that I've peeled, and I've cut up the head of the octopus I've cut up, but the tentacles I'm gonna leave intact, and then we're gonna serve it on top of the dish. You can also just chop up all of the tentacles and add it. We're also gonna need olive oil, and then we're gonna have to check for salt and pepper. So let's get into it. Bora cozinhar. So I'm gonna start with heating up the stock because you want it to be hot when it goes into the rice. You don't want a cold stock going in. And I'm gonna add more water to it because I'm gonna do 2 cups of rice, which means we're probably gonna need 5 to 6 cups of stock. And I don't think I have quite enough in there. So I'm just gonna add probably another cup, and that should be enough. So you wanna start cooking the rice only when everyone is already here to eat. You don't wanna cook the rice and then let it sit, because as soon as the rice is done, you wanna be able to serve it. So you can totally prep the octopus the day before and then just keep it in the fridge, same with the stock, and then once you're ready to serve your main meal, you make the rice, because this is gonna come together really fast, tops 20 minutes probably. So I'm heating up my brazier. You know I love this brazier. Heating it up, and I'm gonna add in some olive oil, just like that. And to that, I'm just gonna wait until it heats up. So I've added in the onions and the red peppers, and now we're sauteing until the onions are translucent. So our stock is boiling, and I'm just gonna have a taste to make sure that we don't need to add any salt or pepper. So it has quite a lot of salt. So no salt is needed. And you saw I just added a little bit to the onions so that they release some of the water. And it also helps them saute. So I won't be adding any more salt to this dish at all. So now that the onions are translucent, I'm gonna add in the garlic and let it go for 30 seconds until it's like fragrant. So you start to smell that garlic flavor, that garlic smell. So now we're gonna add in the red wine. We're gonna let the alcohol cook off. And the red wine I'm using is this Portuguese. It is a very good red wine in case you're looking for a present. So we're just gonna cook off the red wine, let it evaporate. So I let that go for about 3 minutes. And the way you can tell that the alcohol has cooked off is you can smell the wine, but you won't smell the alcohol. Because as soon as you put the wine in, you get that alcohol smell. But that alcohol smell then goes away, and then you can just smell the wine. Also is turning into this caramel color. And now you know that you're good to add. I'm gonna add in the tomato paste. And now we're gonna add in our rice. No, we're not washing our rice. We're just adding it in like that because we want it to be creamy. So there's no washing. And we're just gonna let it go for maybe a minute. Just the way you do when you're making risotto. Same way. That way the rice is going, like it's soaking up all the wine flavor and the flavor of the onions and garlic. Okay, so now we're going to add in our broth. And we're going to treat it just like we do with risotto. And we're going to keep that on low heat. And as soon as the water has been soaked up by the rice, we're going to add in more, as soon as the broth, not water, has been soaked up, we're going to add in more. We're adding in more broth. And we're going to I have it simmering at 4. So I'm also going to add in my shrimp now. And I'm going to add the octopus pieces that we cut up. So the rice should take roughly 12 minutes to cook. So I'm going to set a timer for 12 minutes just so I know when the rice should be done. Adding in more broth. So as soon as you see that it's getting a bit dry, you just add more of the broth in. The timer for the rice just went off and I just tried it, so it's been 12 minutes and it's al dente. So I'm just going to keep on stirring it, adding more of the broth. I've had to add a bit more water to it because I was running out of broth. And yeah, so I'm just going to keep on going until the rice is cooked. Look how delicious it looks. Our rice is finished, and now we're going to top it off with some chopped cilantro. I know cilantro, not a lot of people like it. I think it goes very well with this dish. If you do not like cilantro, you can totally do parsley. So we want to add the cilantro just at the end and then stir it up. Look at how beautiful this dish is. So for plating, I'm now going to give you options. You can take your octopus tentacles and put some olive oil on top and broil them for 2 to 3 minutes just to reheat them. You can tell how creamy the rice is. And then you would top it with a tentacle, like so. And here you have it. A beautiful serving of octopus rice. My other suggestion to you is if you plan on just making the octopus rice like this, and you can see there's lots of octopus in the rice, you can freeze the tentacles and then use them for another dish, or save them and then use them for tomorrow to make something else with them. You can make an octopus salad, you can make the octopus in the oven, like polvo alligareiro, or many other octopus dishes that you can make. So it then becomes, you cook the octopus once, but it gives you 2 meals. So now for the most difficult part of this all, I know I say this all the time, but it is the most difficult part. You can tell that the rice is very creamy. It's a very creamy rice, like risotto. Has lots of octopus pieces, and then you serve it with the big piece on top. So now let's taste our octopus. It is perfect. Really creamy. The octopus that's been cooked, that I chopped up and then put in the rice, is so tender. And the shrimp as well. It's really creamy. The rice is still a little bit al dente. I could have cooked it maybe for another few minutes, but because it's gonna stand here for a while, I didn't want it to be like overcooked. So in total, I cooked the rice for 25 minutes and I ended up using all of the broth. Super easy to make this dish and very impressive, and the taste is just incredible. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please make sure that you hit the notification button and subscribe to the channel, because I will be posting a delicious recipe every day in December until December 24th. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you again soon, and thanks for watching.
When the neighbors call, I hit the road.